And there we go. We're live.
All right.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Truth Cast. I'm having two guests with me. We're going to talk some DC stuff because a lot of DC shit has been dropping. Like crazy DC shit. It's been insane. So if y'all could just introduce yourselves real quick.
I'm Ethan.
There we go.
Oh, it says it right there, I think.
I think they can see you.
And I'm Jordan, but my nickname, you call me J.O., as it says right here.
Yeah, J.O. is a big Brandon Routh Superman fan.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you love
Oh, you are
Superman.
too?
Yeah. I think, obviously Christopher Reeve is, amazing, but,
Yeah, man, definitely.
but I feel like, I remember I got a notification saying Brandon Routh, was going to be reprising his role, and I freaked out, because I always was saying, he should get another chance, and I still
And
think
he
he should get
did.
more, though. I still think...
Yeah, he did.
He was awesome on Crisis on
Yeah.
Screen. He was like the best part of that show.
Seriously,
I
man.
still think he should get his own show, though.
Did you see the suit?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Kingdom
my
Come soon.
God. Oh, my God.
I mean, for CW production, it wasn't bad. It was like, wow, that's actually fucking good.
That was the only good thing that came out of that event, dude. Seriously.
Oh, you didn't like it? I thought the Crisis was all right.
Yeah, it was all right, but that was the only no, I'm saying that was the only best thing that came out of that event was his character coming back. You know,
I think if they gave a Crisis an HBO budget instead of a CW, it would be way better, because the whole fight with him and Tyler Hoechlin, I mean,
oh yeah, that's
I
true.
understand what they were trying to do, but it just looked so like something that a high
Cheesy?
schooler would make, you know?
Yeah,
And they completely bitched him out too. It's like why? Like why would you do
with
that to your
legs,
Superman?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I was pissed.
He's honestly the most powerful on-screen Superman that we've ever seen. Because
Yeah, he's invulnerable to kryptonite.
Yeah, he's a continuation of Chris, but he's also years and years has passed since Superman Returns. I mean, he's and especially when they killed him off kind of in episode 3, where he went to fight the Monitor and they just threw him on the ground, and then later on he just fell over and died.
Yeah,
yeah, and then and in earlier seasons he got his ass kicked by Supergirl. I'm just like, okay, why is Superman being a jobber?
Oh my God, yeah. I remember that. And he crowned her the champion of the Earth too. I was like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Get this fucking trash out of here, bro.
For real,
what are you doing? Ugh, that was disgusting.
You know the Tyler Hoechlin's new show, they had, I don't know if you saw, but there was an audition for it for the two kids, and I put in one, but they didn't. They picked. Have you seen the cast for? They're supposed to be Jonathan
black dude.
and some other.
Yeah, I think the black dude is playing Lex Luthor, isn't he? From another alternate Earth or whatever.
How are they gonna do that? I'm trying to figure that out. They already got one Lex, and he came back to life from Crisis. So how are they gonna add another character, another Lex? But he's gonna be black. I'm still puzzled about that.
From another universe. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
They said the multiverse was dead. Yeah.
Well, isn't Brandon Routh on Earth 12 or whatever the fuck he is?
Yeah, I don't know.
96. Yeah.
Yeah, 96. Yeah.
Because
which is weird. He should have been on Earth. He should have been on Earth 78 if he's continuing.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. I don't know. They did it kind of weird with the whole thing, but
yeah,
I guess that's what they decided to do when they were planning the production for the event and all that, which I kind of understand. So
yeah, that was cool. But besides Brandon Routh, we're gonna skip that real quick. A fucking major bomb just hit, breaking news, and I was just like, God damn it! I knew it was gonna happen. Fucking Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just like, I kind of knew that was gonna happen. It's like if you're in the know, this is nothing. This is okay, we've been known this, but for the mass public, they were like, what the fuck? Ben Affleck's coming back? How is this possible? I'm just have you not been paying attention? You should have known this by now. Like, of
Dude,
course he's gonna come back.
they even said that Keaton's coming back too. Like it's
Oh yeah,
confirmed. But I
oh
don't know
yeah.
which Batman he's gonna play though. That's the only thing I don't know.
I
I,
mean,
I th-
if Brandon came back for his Superman, they'll probably bring Michael Keaton back for his Batman. You know, I don't think. Hopefully, they don't make him play a different Batman. You know.
Yeah.
I, I think it's gonna be the same Batman from when he was playing it in the 1989 movie. I think he's playing
Yeah.
the same version because it wouldn't make
Because
sense for him to be
in the
different.
Crisis, they had the Earth 89 thing, and they had that one
Yeah,
guy who played the reporter.
Knox.
Yeah.
I was like, that was pretty cool. That was like a little cool cameo that he did.
Oh, for real? I
Yeah.
missed that. God
that,
damn
that
it.
was like one of the episodes. I think it was like the first episode or something. I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. But
Dude.
my only concern is like, are they, since they're introducing like an older Batman, and there's been talks about like doing a Batman Beyond movie, are they gonna like hint at a Terry McGinnis in this movie? Like maybe like once Michael Keaton's done,
Ooh,
like that
that
would be
would
pretty
be
cool.
badass. Look, I like the cartoon, man. I
Yeah,
would
oh, that's the best.
love
I
that.
just hope the suit
Seriously.
looks good, you know, because
Yeah, true.
because
True.
you can make a Batman Beyond suit look really cool, but like I mean, if they had two skins for it in the Arkham games. They had in Arkham City, and it looked so weird. But they had it in Batman Arkham Knight, and they made it look like Have you seen either of those?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah, I've
the
seen that.
night
Yeah,
one. The night one looks kind of like kind of similar to the one like he wears in the cartoon. It's just a little it's a little different. I would say like a
yeah.
vampire light. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but in Arkham City, what they did is they made the whole thing like wrap around his head like Spider Man,
Huh?
and like it was like
What?
tight on his face.
I didn't
Like
see that.
Me neither. What?
yeah, I played as it once, and I never used that skin again. It was terrible.
Jesus Christ, man.
I just want his classic Batmobile back. That's like the only thing they have to bring that back.
Who?
Oh yeah.
The '89 Batmobile.
Oh yeah,
So
true.
do you think they're gonna retcon like George Clooney and stuff, and just pick it up after Batman Returns?
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they can even acknowledge that.
Uh, that
Yeah,
that movie was a joke, man. Every time I watched it, I was so bored as a kid. I was like, "Why I gotta watch this?" You know? Seriously.
I watched it as a kid and I loved it as a kid, and then I grew up. I was like, "What the fuck was I thinking?" It's like, what the fuck is this? This is garbage.
So
Like,
for Ben Affleck, the screenwriter said he was going to be like an emotional part of the script or whatever. So I think he's going to be kind of like a mentor,
yeah,
sort of, kind of like Iron Man to Spider Man.
yeah.
So
'Cause
pretty much like Batman is like being like a mentor to Flash or somewhat.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I read this comic quote where it was like Bruce Wayne was like, Barry Allen is the man I wish I was if like my parents weren't murdered or
oh
something.
yeah, I
yeah,
saw that on Instagram. Yeah, I saw
Yeah, me
that.
too.
I didn't even know that. It's just like damn.
So I'm just thinking that's what it'll be like.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
I know Zack Snyder. That's what he wanted. He wanted Ben Affleck to be a mentor to Barry Allen, and that's what he was doing in the Snyder Cut. But of course, they cut everything out and they just butchered it. So it's nice to see that they're gonna actually continue from that from the Snyder Cut.
I would
That's what I
actually
like
like
to
to
see.
see that. Yeah.
Have you seen Flashpoint, the movie, the animated movie?
I did, but it's been it's been like Jesus, probably 6 years since I saw that. Because I watched it at my cousin's house, but I was thinking about rewatching it like one of these days.
Because I know like one of the famous scenes is at the end where Barry Allen hands Bruce Wayne a letter from his father, and then like Batman starts crying and stuff, and he says, "Thank you, Barry Allen." So that's like one of the
Oh
most
yeah,
So I
that's
think
gotta be in there at
yeah,
least.
I think it's gonna be in there because why like if you're gonna cast Ben
Oh,
Affleck, like you have to do that scene. Like
that's
Oh.
crazy.
But then, truth, remember we were talking about how Keaton could be like Kingdom Come because his Batman was like timeless back in the day with his
yeah.
Batmobile and the whole Gotham and stuff. You don't think they would probably do that, or like they'll stick with the I don't know, like the Beyond route?
Well, they might try to give him some sort of. I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Michael Keaton isn't really that old, I think, so he can still because he plays the Vulture, so he still can like walk around. And the Kingdom Come Batman needed like a mech suit to move.
Yeah.
So, so maybe I mean they could obviously make him look older than he is, but
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like the Burton verse, like they never hinted at a Superman or Wonder Woman in his universe. So like maybe they will maybe like tease it, like maybe like acknowledge it somewhat. Like I don't know what they're gonna do, or maybe they just like no, this is like Batman's the only superhero in his universe.
yeah, because I thought it was weird how with Crisis it said that Joker and Batman were a thing.
Yeah,
In Super.
that
So
got me right
how
there.
come they never mentioned like like in Superman Returns no indication that there's ever been Batman or Joker? It's just
That's been
Superman.
fussing with me ever since, dog. Like they showed that, I was like, wait a minute. So there's a Joker in the Donna Reeve universe, but
And with Joker, I mean, there's probably Batman. So
yeah,
That's
and
true.
I'm like, which one? Like which
Yeah.
one? I mean, it could
Well,
be Adam West for all I care. Like Jesus.
well, I know that there was like back in what 2006, 2005, they were thinking of like putting Christian Bale in with Brandon Routh, so that they have like a Batman Superman relationship.
I was thinking
they never said which Batman, I mean which Earth the Dark Knight was in because it's not on Crisis,
Yeah.
Like
That's so
they said
weird.
Earth 66 is Adam West, Earth 89 is Tim Burton, Earth 96 is
Brandon Routh, Donna Reeve.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they never said what the Dark Knight's not been mentioned in any of these multiverse stuff.
Wow,
Which is weird.
that is weird.
And who's Wonder Woman in that universe?
So that would mean that
True.
so if it
True.
was the Dark Knight, then Heath Ledger killed Lois, basically.
I
But
might
I
have
mean,
to assume
that's
that
a
too.
stretch. I mean, I think this is a stretch, but that's cool to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like Bale's Batman came out in 2005, and
Yeah.
then when Rout took over, Returns came out
2006.
2006. So they were a year apart from each other. And I was thinking that same thing, like, well, because I'm looking at both of these movies, and you look at the setting and all that, they have like a darker tone to it, like the whole coloring and all that has a darker tone to it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have to assume like that's what happened.
But I think
It's
they
gonna
probably
be
like nixed it.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird though, like watching Batman Begins back or whatever, and like with that whole gritty, super realistic tone. If it is
Yeah.
in the multiverse, it's weird that a portal could just open up any moment and like Supergirl could step through. Like technically, like they're not gonna do that, but the fact that that's in the canon that it could happen is just like it doesn't feel right,
Yeah.
It's too realistic.
And do you think there's like any chance that Christian Bale might make a cameo in the Flash?
God, I hope they don't waste them on a CW thing, though.
Yeah, I
No,
hope
yeah.
not
Like-
neither, dude. I hope not.
Like I think it'd be like really cool if you see like Flash traveling through the multiverse and you see like a quick glimpse of Christian Bale's Batman. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool because if there's already two Batmans, and I heard something about I think his name was like Jeffrey D. Morgan or something for
Yeah.
and I don't know if he's still in there, but that would have been three Batmans already.
I don't
So
think
if
he was gonna play Batman's dad.
Yeah,
Or
the
something.
Flashpoint Batman.
Yeah, Flashpoint Batman.
Which
yeah,
I
so
don't.
maybe
I think they might still do it. I don't know. Like he's like the one that's mostly fuzzy on the situation. Like we still don't know if he's in or he's out.
yeah.
But hopefully he's in. Because how I actually want to
Yeah,
see Jeffrey
more
D. Morgan.
Batmans the better.
Yeah, really, the better they have, man. Like,
I actually want to see it. And speaking of Batman, we got a new poster and bat logo for Robert Pattinson's Batman. And
I saw that one.
to me, like that, and the fact that it's like all red and it looks like something you would see like out of a 70s movie, like the logo. It looks like really dark and it almost looks like the Joker logo.
Yeah, they're using a lot of red, I noticed, and like the animated series used red, so
They're probably.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking.
No.
I'm saying like for the whole. It's just that's like the tone they're going for. Like Batman Begins,
Oh,
the logo was like yellow,
Yeah.
and that whole city was color coded that way. And like the Dark Knight was more bluish, and it was color coded that way for like the cover. So maybe like the whole like the visuals will be more on the red side, I guess, if they're putting that much in the. Even the teaser was red. Remember?
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I
I
kind of
think.
liked it.
Yeah, I think I think because I think Matt Reeves is teasing. I mean that it's gonna be rated R. I think it's gonna be like first rated R Batman that we're gonna get.
Shit, that would be the. Oh my
Because
god, that would be like so awesome.
I think they're actually gonna do it because now Joker is rated R and they had the Birds of Prey rated R and now like I don't know like DC they just have now especially now they have more creative freedom to do what they want
Exactly. My
and
god.
the fact that if you have a rated R Batman, just think about the attention that's gonna get because people are gonna go nuts. Like what Batman rated R? Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah, especially with his character, you got to. Mm.
Yeah, it fits the character, and I don't know what kind of tone they're going for, but I think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna like really go fucking full on dark with this shit. Like,
Yeah, like Superman has always been more of like a cheery PG-13
yeah,
type of character. So it would make sense, yeah.
Mm.
maybe I don't know. I hope they do because I want to see how Robert Pattinson does in this role because he's like the
Yeah.
most like I don't know. He's like the biggest question mark. Speaking of Riddler,
Yeah, like
might as well
hopefully
just
he
put a
packs
question
some
mark on it.
weight. You know what
I
I'm saying? Hopefully he
yeah,
packs some muscle, you know.
I hope so. What do you think about the costume? Do you like the costume?
Um, the custom, I like the logo. Like, cause I heard that the logo was made out of the gun that was used that killed his parents, and I was like, well, shit, that's kind of deep, you know.
Yeah.
And the the mask, it looks different. I'm gonna say with the ears and
Yeah, I
the
mean,
eyes.
that might have been just because it was the stunt double, but
Yeah.
from those pictures, it did look really weird. Like, I'm hoping that is just like a second suit that's not like the main one that just
Yeah.
didn't look
Yeah.
as good, you know?
It might be a prototype suit, like something that he wears at the first half of the movie, then probably changes.
Oh yeah, because Batman always does. Like he in most of his movies, he ends up getting multiple suits. Like in
Yeah.
yeah,
That dude's a billionaire, man.
I know he's a billionaire, and yet like you think you would like come up with a better suit. You're like, really? That's the suit you come up with? It's like, all
Man
right,
got
whatever.
hundreds of suits. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of suits.
Just like I don't know, but I kind of like the it looks like the Arkham Knight suit a little bit, like very like armorish, robotic. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like even if the actor isn't that muscled up, I mean, you wouldn't really be able to tell with how much armor is on that suit.
True.
True.
Now the next topic that dropped, Zack Snyder. So Zack Snyder just likes fucking like just dropping bombs on the internet. Just like, it's
Oh
Thursday.
my god.
It's just Thursday. Why not just drop this little sound? I was just like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like this. Did you guys see the teaser trailer?
Yeah,
The I
with
think so, yeah. I said in 2 days, right?
Cyborg.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that one.
First of all, I don't even know your thoughts on like Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Like, what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, I gotta get it, but I'm
Oh yeah,
working on
but
it.
you've seen Man of Steel.
Yeah, I seen Man of Steel. It's
And what
it's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. With Man of Steel, I rewatched it, right,
hmm
and seeing Henry Cavill, like, take the role, I was like, you know, it feels different, in a
Yeah,
good way. Like the music, with Hans Zimmer, it sets a different tone to the movie.
yeah.
And I think it has like that, that gritty feel to it still.
hmm
And the way how he, becomes what he's supposed to be, Superman, he learns how to balance, like how do you say it? how he learns how to become Superman,
Yeah.
like his surroundings and all of that. Because right off the bat, he doesn't become Superman like that, but like he's going through stuff like from the oil rig
Yeah.
and people like that dude in the bar, he's being mean to him and shit. And
Fucked up his
he didn't
truck.
fight back. Yeah, he fucked up the truck, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, because with this Superman, I feel like he's going through a lot of pain, and you know, once he went to the Fortress of Solitude, that's when he was able to take on the suit. His father was talking to him about, or gave to him,
Yeah.
and seeing him like fly for the first time, I was like, wow, man, this puts like a epic feel, to the character,
Mm.
like a pilot in a way.
Yeah.
And when Zod comes, he's like, I don't know, like he he wants to actually, do something about it, do his part, help the people out because they can't do nothing for themselves but be scared and fear and stay safe. And he's the one that steps up to the plate and he takes on the challenge, And while Zod was invading the world, or Metropolis, whatever, people were dying because of what was going on. And you know, as the fight continued on, it got to this one point to where Zod was trying to kill people. And when Superman, like when he was trying to stop him, he just broke his neck like that,
Yeah.
and and I guess he didn't want to do it because he was like him pretty much, Kryptonian and
Yeah.
stuff. And you got the emotion out of that because he felt sad doing it. He didn't want to do it, but he had to in order to save people. And it was really something, man. It was very special watching this movie. I felt kind of emotional, when I was seeing this character, and it really did touch me. So yeah, that's all I
I,
gotta say.
yeah. I think people like they went into Man of Steel thinking like it was gonna be the Brandon Routh, Christopher Reeve Superman that they all like knew and loved, right? It was gonna be
Yeah.
happy. It was gonna be happy, cheery, and then when they didn't get that, and they were like, "What the fuck is this? Why is it so depressing? Like why is it so dark?" But just like it's not fucking dark. I hate that word. It's not dark. But
Supposed to
have
be
you
dark.
yeah, yeah. It's not dark. I just hate that word. It's just like what's dark about it? Nothing is dark. But have you seen it, Ethan? Man of Steel BBS?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like people really, really complained about how he felt different, but I don't know why they want a character to stay the exact same for 80 something years, you know?
Yeah, I would rather them be different because what's the point of keeping them the same when you have like different iterations going through, different, struggles in life, and that's how they become that character that we
And
all
that's the
love.
same thing with Batman, though, because they tried, you know, having his character grow on this plot of he's become angry for like a lot of reasons, so he's gotten more violent, and people got mad at that. But it's a plot point. It's not like the whole point is he's mad at Superman, and Alfred had a quote where he was like, "The feeling of powerlessness
Yeah.
makes good men cruel." And I don't know. People just didn't understand. You know what I mean? Like,
Like
Yeah,
it.
I think yeah,
perspective.
yeah. It's in the
Yeah,
narrative too. It's just like it's in the narrative if you just listen. Like they're spelling it out for you, so I don't know why they don't understand it. It's just like it's not that hard to follow.
yeah, because like when I looked at, why I like Christopher Reeve, because when I look at his Superman, Brandon Routh, Christopher Reeve Superman,
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve, he explained the philosophy of his character, saying that, that everybody thinks that Superman is this one man, fighting vigilante force, even though he's like this person who just wants to be a friend. He's the one to, help people out, do the small things, not just fight crime and, super villains, but also like do the small things. And that's why everybody refers to him as a friend. And with
Yeah.
Cavill, it's like it has a different touch to his character because his is actually learning through different experiences. He's learning how to become this person who accepts consequences and people who are going to hate him because he's different from them. And, understanding why the world is not, fair. And that's why it's his job, his sole responsibility to do his part and make the world a better place, you know?
And I
that's
feel like Henry Cavill will get there though. Like,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think they understand like character progression either because he starts out rougher, and like Batman vs Superman is obviously his low point because the whole world is like half of it's divided against him where they don't support what he's doing or whatever. But I think what he was trying to get there with is after the world realizes how much worse it was that he's gone, when he comes back, he'll be more like that Christopher Reeve like character, but it's just it starts out rougher, you know?
Yeah, I think we're going to see that in Justice League next year.
Yeah.
We're going to see that him becoming more of the Superman that everybody's been crying over. It's like we're going to get there. Relax, just wait.
Yeah.
It's telling a story. It's telling his arc.
Oh,
So that's why I'm just like, just wait. It's going to happen, and you're going to see it next year. And I wonder, like, do you think like Justice League is going to be in the same tone as Batman vs Superman, or you think it's going to be like a little more lighter?
Well, I think so because Batman vs Superman honestly felt like like a sequel that like flowed straight from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So I think from the teasers, it felt like it looked the same, and so I think the three movies honestly they'll feel like they're that connected, you know,
Yeah.
with. And I mean, I hope it feels the same because I mean, I liked the first two. I don't think it'll be anything like the one that came out in 2017, where
I
they
hope
just
not.
forgot that they had to take their job seriously.
you talking about Justice League?
Justice League. We call
It
it
Josh,
just
Justice
yeah,
felt.
League.
Justice League. There we
It
go.
feels like
Josh.
a
Thank you,
It
David.
feels like a
Thank you.
parody of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I remember I went to the movies to watch that with my cousin and seeing like Cyborg and Flash, I was like, I don't know. These don't look like people I've seen from the comics and stuff,
It's like
It's really not the same.
Yeah, and in Joss, he didn't just change like the shots, but the entire character of Flash and Cyborg were different because the whole. Remember the line where Flash was like, "Oh, I don't really fight people. I just push them and run away."
Yeah.
That
Seriously?
was a Joss Whedon line. That wasn't
Yeah.
What?
something that Snyder came up with
What?
because
Oh
if you,
my God.
I mean, he's wearing his Flash suit in a Suicide Squad, and he's like fighting people.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't make any sense at all.
I
And,
thought
and,
the
and
Flash does fight though in the
yeah, he
comic.
does. Yeah, and
Why
Snyder
the hell did he say that in the Justice League then? What?
because because that movie
And
it
also,
was
Cyborg is
just
supposed to be. Zack Snyder says he's like the heart of the movie,
yeah.
while in Justice League, he was just like a side character that you know, like he had to do somewhat with the plot, but he wasn't really. Oh, there was no heart with him though, because if he's the heart of the Zack Snyder one, he was like stone faced the entire Justice League movie, where he just felt like a robot, you know.
Yeah, he did. Honestly, I didn't even like some. I didn't even hear his like it's like his like one of his lines saying "booyah," you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
"booyah." I didn't even get to see that, like.
Yeah, he had a whole origin story in Justice League that they just removed. Like his whole character development was just like erased. Same with Flash, and the way they treated Ben Affleck's Batman is just like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what
I
did you
even thought
do?
his Batman was weird in that movie.
His Batman was trash. It's like, what? Like, how do you go from Batman and Batman v Superman to this? Just like, what is this? Like, what the fuck? It felt like it felt like I was watching Batman and Robin all over again. Like that's how bad it went. Just like, what the fuck? Just like, Jesus Christ! Like, stop it. Like the whole arc was just bad. But now we're going to actually see Darkseid in the history lesson.
Hell, a better version of Steppenwolf for one.
Yeah, more and the history lesson. I think Zack Snyder was just like, it's a 20-minute sequence. That I think it features the Atlanteans, the Thanagarians, the Hawk people, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, and the Green Lanterns.
Hawkman gonna be in it?
Yeah, the Thanagarians were in it in the history lesson.
Yeah, because the
they really going big.
They showed. I mean, Green Lantern was in the 2017 one, not the like an older one, because they were showing like Zeus fighting Steppenwolf, and there's the Green Lanterns, and I bet if you look hard enough, there's probably, Hawkman. I mean, not Hawkman, but like
the Hawk people, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, whatever they call it. But it was like this badass sequence with Darkseid just fucking everybody up. The Thanagarians, like, it made Darkseid badass, and it was like, if you saw the 2017 one, it was just like with Steppenwolf, it was just bad. It was just like, what is this? Just like,
I'll be right back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that shit was trash. Fucking garbage.
Really was, man. I mean, dude, I was like, with like, how Superman died from Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
And then when you watch the Justice League film, you're like, this dude comes back alive with no shirt on and black skin. Like, what is that?
Well, he has the shirt off in this one now too, in the trailer.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he has the black pants, no shirt on. Just like,
okay,
right.
well, isn't he gonna wear the black suit though too?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you do. That's what you do right there. You get the black suit on. I mean, that's his healing suit.
Yeah.
Actually, I did more research on it today about that.
Oh, the black suit?
Yeah, I found out that before he went back to wearing his original suit, it was said that after a fight he had with Cyborg Superman, that Supergirl collected remnants of the black suit and she recreated it out of the original suit.
Oh,
awesome. I was like, yeah. So like, apparently, if they do like put him back in the blue and red, they'll probably use the black suit. Is what I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah.
That'll be cool though.
That'd be cool. Hey, you know why they WB, they didn't want him to use the black suit?
Yeah, I heard it's dark and scary.
Yeah.
My God, don't they do they look? See, that's the problem. They're the ones that own DC, yet they're not the ones doing their research.
Yeah, like they don't know anything. Like the higher ups, the studio executives, they don't know anything about the comic books.
That's sad.
Nothing.
Seriously, that's telling me the fans that they're the ones that's being lazy. They don't want to do research of their own property. Like, come on, dude.
And it's weird because in Man of Steel, he wears a black suit in the dream sequence when he's like floating under the skulls and shit.
I saw that. Yeah.
like he has a black suit. He's wearing the fucking black suit.
I'm guessing when they saw that, that don't make no excuse though. Like, you gotta look, if it happened in the comics, then it can happen in the films. Okay,
yeah.
Like, period.
It happened in Man of Steel. So what are you saying is too scary? You just did it. You did it in the first movie. Just do it again.
Seriously.
Just like,
come on, man.
Y'all bugging. It's like, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Oh, disgusting. That shit is man. But I know Zack Snyder also said that we're gonna Bruce Wayne, he's gonna talk about Dick Grayson being dead in the Snyder cut.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Like, there was a. I mean, I get that his Batman. Since you said about it in the video that his Batman was like 20 years in experience
Yeah,
as Batman. Being Batman, that he had a Robin.
yeah. I thought it was Jason Todd.
Yeah, me too. I thought because he was the only one that died, but then came back from the Lazarus pit, and then he became Red Hood.
Yeah, I was like, oh, but then they said Dick Grayson. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's something though. I wonder how Dick died, because I thought he would become Nightwing, and the suit they showed was like what, red?
Yeah, it was like all burnt because Joker killed him.
Joke.
You didn't know that?
Are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Wait, Jared Leto's?
Yeah, Jared Leto's Joker
Oh
killed him.
my God, this is gonna be big, man. Hold on. Joker killed Dick?
Yeah, you remember? Wow. In Batman vs Superman, where Ben Affleck looks at the Robin suit, it says, "Ha ha ha, jokes on you."
Oh man. Damn.
Yeah,
This shit is gonna be big,
yeah.
dude.
So I think that's why it makes sense, because I think that's why Ben Affleck is gonna mentor Barry Allen, because I guess Ben Affleck, I guess it reminds him of a young Dick Grayson, like, and I think that's why he's gonna mentor him. It's like,
Yeah.
so that
Is
makes
that
sense.
why Ezra was acting like a fanboy in Justice League? Because that dude,
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know. Are they really going are they gonna keep him the same, or are they gonna change him at least? Because that dude kind of freaked me the hell out with Justice League.
well,
Seriously.
I think he's gonna. I don't know, because I'm not big on Ezra Miller, but I
Yeah,
think
me neither.
I think it's gonna be much different in Zack Snyder's cut. I'm hoping, because I don't think he's gonna be the same way as what happened in 2017.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
think they
hoping.
changed his whole character.
Yeah. Actually,
Ooh, huh?
what happened?
No, I was saying I was gonna ask if y'all seen the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War animated movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Do you think that's where they're going? Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe not.
they
You
were
think
gonna do
so?
that. They were gonna do that.
They're really gonna do it.
They were gonna do it. They were gonna do the whole. Have you seen Endgame? The
I have.
Marvel Avengers Endgame? Yeah. That was gonna be Justice League.
Shit. Dude, they really rolling up with the big guns, man.
It's so frustrating that like Marvel got this like devastating level villain Thanos, and instead we got Steppenwolf.
Yeah,
That
dude.
so I'm glad Darkseid is actually here to like
Like
show us
Marvel
what a
planned
real
this
villain
shit
looks
out.
like.
The thing is, Marvel planned this shit out though.
Yeah.
If Warner Brothers was on their shit, we would have been going. But since, like I said, we got the whole multiverse thing going on. I mean, hell, we really in the lead now. We really in the lead. But
Yeah,
dude,
I don't.
they, huh?
Oh, Marvel doesn't really look as promising for the future as DC's looking like.
Yeah,
We
it
got like
doesn't.
random spin-off shows like Loki that just don't feel like I really care.
Yeah.
For real.
I don't care. Like the only thing from Marvel I'm interested in is the Doctor Strange and Multiverse. Like that's the only one I'm looking forward to.
Me too. I'm hoping they bring in like some ultimates or something.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Man.
they bring back Fucking Tobey Maguire back as Spider-Man. Like
Yeah,
that's what
because
I
Sam,
want to see.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi's directing it, and
Yeah,
that'd
that's
just
what I'm
be a
Oh
talking
yeah,
waste of a
about.
he is.
multiverse.
Uh-huh.
Just
That
like
would be
do
actually
that.
cool to see, man. I like Spider-Man too. That was like the best as I was growing up.
Wait, which one? There's like the Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
No, no, not the Garfield. Not the Garfield. Oh no. The no, not the Garfield. But the Sam Raimi one. The Sam Raimi
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 movie. That one right there though, I was like, wow,
That was
that shit
phenomenal.
was cause like you know how he was struggling with his life as a citizen. And then
Yeah,
being Spider Man, he also had some struggles because he was losing his powers. The man was behind on rent. He was failing classes, and then he was having trouble with Mary Jane. having trouble with his best friend. I mean,
Wasn't
dude, this man
delivering
had
pizzas on
problems.
time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
wasn't delivering pieces on time. Oh my God. And then the way how like on that train scene, dude, that was like the best part.
Yeah,
My
like that
God.
whole sequence was phenomenal. I love that part.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. I kept watching that movie over and over and over again. Not lying.
it's like that was like that's the Marvel I want to see. Like I want to see that
Yeah,
kind of
that's the Marvel I want to see, you know?
because I'm not big on Tom Holland Spider Man. I'm not feeling him.
Mm-mm. Not feeling
He's not Spider-Man. I don't know. Like I know. I mean, obviously, characters being able to change, but I don't like it. he he feels like his own thing that's not. He just feels like he's wearing a Spider-Man costume, but he's an entirely different character. Like there's no Uncle Ben to give him motivation
Yeah,
for
and,
being a Spider-Man in the first place.
and there's like
Yeah,
no there's like no Mary Jane, and Aunt May's like way too hot. I'm like she should be an old lady.
dude, for real, man.
I'm just like what is this? It doesn't feel like Spider Man to me. It just feels like something else. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
there's
what it
no
is.
big web swinging scenes where he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
flying through the city and the music's playing or anything. It's just him like just on the ground all the time. That's not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It feels more like a comedy than the reason why I love the Raimi films because it had a blend of both. It had the drama and it had the comedy, and it felt serious at times when it needed to be.
And it
And
was like back in the 2000s where like shit was like,
yeah,
jamming, because it's nothing that can beat those years, man. I'm telling you, nothing.
and I'm afraid what they're gonna do with Blade in the MCU
Yeah.
because that's not gonna be rated R. That's gonna be PG-13. That's
And
gonna be
then they got
trash.
Deadpool too. They're not coming out with no
Yeah,
Deadpool, and that might not be.
yeah,
He
because
doesn't
right,
work PG-13. I
yeah,
mean,
no,
I've
he's a
seen
rated R
him like
character.
whenever they try to throw Deadpool in like a video game or something that that's PG rated, it's just trash. His jokes, his violence, it's just nothing there. He just sucks. Like Ultimate Alliance or like he was in the Ultimate Spider-Man show and it doesn't work.
That show
And
was ass. That show was ass, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I stopped watching it when I saw the first two. That show was
and
ass.
you saw the spider bike.
Ugh, ugh.
Why has he got a motorcycle?
I would rather read the comics, and to be honest with you, I feel like the comics was like overrated because
The
that's
Spider-Man
how
comics.
cool the ultimate,
Oh,
the ultimate one. Yeah, I like the ultimate better, not the cartoon,
yeah,
not the cartoon.
that was garbage. Ugh.
It was.
But do you think like coming back to like DC since Ben Affleck is back, quote unquote, for like a cameo role? Do you think he's gonna get like this is like confirmed that he's gonna get his own HBO Max series?
Well, I mean, they do need more content because Swamp Thing actually went over to CW now. So I'm like, damn,
Oh
they just
god, that's
lost
terrible.
more. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't y'all just put Stargirl on CW? Now y'all putting Swamp Thing? My God. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, if they want more content, I would actually be cool seeing a Ben Affleck HBO Max series because I mean it's his Batman. And who the hell would not want to see the Batman on the series?
Yeah.
You know, series and films, pretty
True.
cool.
And you could do the Batman Deathstroke series, like a mini
Yep,
series.
that too.
It's just like I don't know why they won't do that. Like, if that's what you want to do, is like go ahead, like do it.
I
And then
mean,
you
they
could do
really do need more content, though. They
yeah,
really do.
because I don't think Ben Affleck is gonna like be Batman forever. Like you could do the mini series, the Deathstroke, and then you could do Justice League 2 and finish Ben Affleck's arc in that movie. Because well, spoiler alert, because he dies in Justice League.
Yeah, we already
It's
know what's
just
coming.
it's weird though. They split the DCFandome thing into two events. So there's this one on Saturday, but there's a whole nother one in September called Explore the Multiverse.
Yeah,
And I feel like they took away like 50% of our like announcements. by doing that.
Wait,
Like,
the second one's called Explore the Multiverse?
and this one's called Hall of Heroes, the one on Saturday.
Yeah, this is gonna be
So
all the
there's
movie stuff.
2 fandoms. So I'm guessing that
Shit.
Explore the Multiverse though will have more of the HBO Max stuff. You know,
Man, they
like
should have just kept it all together. I mean, it would have been better.
Because I know,
Jesus.
why is the September 12th one? Is that all the DC TV stuff, like the Superman, Lois, the Arrow, CW,
I'm guessing.
and this one on Saturday is gonna be all the movie stuff.
which means if they were to announce a Routh spinoff show, it'd be in September and not on Saturday
Dude, we
because it's a
waited all this
multiverse.
long.
Yeah, just for them to
True, but technically, like HBO Max is not really CW. That's
Yeah, it's
its own
not.
thing. So they could still like announce it if they wanted to do it.
I better get to work then.
I
It's
would
been
love
more
to see it.
people making more hashtags, dude. Seriously.
Oh yeah,
Have you checked?
I haven't checked. Are people doing it a lot more?
Yeah, like it's this one dude I was talking to. His account's called Earth 96 Superman. And I was like, when I posted my thing about the Superman stuff explaining it, he
Yeah.
actually like commented on it and said, "I'm glad you understand." I'm saying, well, hey, I mean, this is the man. Like that's the man.
yeah, and he is the most powerful live action Superman because he's
Seriously,
so much older, and I hope we see him actually like displaying that more because I don't think Henry Cavill or Cavill his Superman with like he couldn't lift a kryptonite mountain basically.
pretty much. And with Raul Superman,
He did.
what was I about to say? Yeah, like with his character, I'm like, well, shit. If he's invulnerable to kryptonite, he absorbed more of the solar energy from the sun. Wouldn't you want a powerful Superman who's older and part of, the Kingdom Come version, like have his own series, especially if y'all put him in the Crisis event? Wouldn't you think people would want to see that? And think about it like this: Route embodies the spirit of
Yeah.
Christopher
Yeah.
Reeve. That's why I think about it. Like when I see Reeve, I'm like, huh, this is like the Superman that really inspires me, like the Superman that makes me want to get up and do something and be happy, do something good, see the world.
Yeah.
And when it was passed down the route, he embodied that, you know? That's how I think of
Yeah.
it like that. The philosophy is all that's where it all came from.
And his sequel movie before it got scrapped was called Man of Steel, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, which is funny.
yeah.
And you know what I heard? I think I told David this. They were gonna put Bizarro and Brainiac in that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I know
Seriously.
because Bryan Singer, because people complained about Superman Returns like not having enough action, and Bryan Singer was just like, okay, well, in the sequel, I'm going to put a lot more action to it. So that's why, and I don't know why they scrapped it, because I mean, it got like a good score and people liked it, but they didn't love it.
Like, you did okay.
Yeah, yeah, it did okay, but it wasn't like oh my god, this was amazing. But just like, and dude, like you fucked up. like if you're gonna put action in the first movie, so when the sequel comes out, people get excited. It's just like you can't be like, yeah, we'll put a little action here, but in the next one, 3 years later, I'm gonna put a lot more action. It's like no, like we're done. but now hopefully now they have the opportunity to actually do it right this time.
Yeah,
And
because
then you got his son.
Yeah, and they mentioned him in the Crisis too. He saw the Tyler's Superman son. He's like, oh, that looks like my son Jason or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So he still exists in that. They didn't yeah. Did you see they changed the symbol yellow in the end of the Crisis thing, but
exactly. She like that was the most favorite like part of the suit. Like they changed it to yellow. I was like, dude, y'all gotta do a series. Y'all got to. I mean,
Yeah,
if they
they
doing
wouldn't have
that,
showed him alive if they weren't planning on using him again, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think because I know there's been like rumors and discussions like of him, like HBO Max like are interested in doing another Superman show with him. So I don't know if that's continuing or if that's just rumors. But
Yeah,
the
and
fact, but
part of those rumors, they said some of the creative people who worked on Returns would be part of it, so it wouldn't just be a bunch of new people trying to make a sequel to Superman Returns and the Crisis. It'd actually be people who worked with Brandon Routh back in 2006, and then for more rumors, there's like people who are saying that he's been working out a lot recently, so I think he is
oh
bulking up
The dude
again.
is jacked.
yeah,
Oh my! Did you see his arms,
he's big.
dude? I'm like, and wait a minute, the hair,
The gray.
dude. That the gray, the curl. I'm like, man, you got big. You know, like he. I mean, he really fit the role
Yeah,
more.
yeah, because
You know what I'm
like he's
saying?
older now, and before
Yeah,
like he was like
he's
young.
40 and he's turning 41 this year. I'm like, wow.
And like every time he was standing next to Tyler Hoechlin, he just looked like a Superboy compared to the
Dude.
Superman.
Oh,
Like he
don't
was
get me
shorter.
started.
His
Um,
They did your boy wrong.
for
and
real.
they used a movie production company for his suit, like an entirely different company to make his suit instead of the one that they usually use for the CW. So the suit was higher quality too. It's like they weren't going to give him a CW suit
The
because
blue looked so better than
yeah,
Tyler's. It
and
looks so shitty on Tyler. I'm not gonna lie. It looks so shitty on
and
Tyler.
it doesn't even like fit Tyler right either because there I went back to watch his fight where he fights the dude in the black suit and
Yeah.
like when he's flying it just like it's like it pinches at the chest part. It's like it doesn't fit him. Whereas like it's just bad. I mean, I know he's supposed to get a new suit for
Yeah.
the his TV show, but I mean the only place to go is up, you'd think, right?
He's just like miscast. Like I think there's two problems. I think he's miscast, and I think he's on the CW. Like
That's
even
the only thing.
like if it's on another network and another actor, then but because they just like completely embarrassed him. They just like bitched him out for
And
Brandon
dude, do
Routh.
you
Ugh.
know that Route Superman was a Paragon and Tyler's wasn't?
Yeah.
That's what I was like, dude. I'm just realizing this shit yesterday. I'm like, wait a minute. Route Superman was the Paragon of Truth. Supergirl was the Paragon of Hope. What was Tyler? Nothing. Nothing. Oh
And
my god.
not only that, they had Brandon Routh Superman like flirt with his wife right in front of him, like when they first
Oh,
meet.
dude, I was like, dude, they making Tyler look real bad. He should just go. He shouldn't even. He should just go.
I
Just quit.
remember when Black Lightning saw the two Supermans and he was like, wait, the whole Superman thing is real? So like on his Earth it's just like a character, and then he saw two actual Superman right there, but
Yeah. Dude.
It's just like I feel so bad for Tyler. Like, are you guys interested? Are you gonna watch this show?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it to see if that kid's gonna do a better job than me because I put in an audition for one of his two sons and they picked someone else. So
No shit. You actually auditioned for that?
Wait, you
yeah,
auditioned?
What? That's
I might be
crazy.
too old though because they said they wanted two like 14-year-olds and I'm older, but so that could have been part of it. But
And that's another thing, though.
So
That's another thing.
you actually like read the script or
yeah,
did it?
oh my god, the script. Oh, I have to tell you guys, the script was terrible. I mean, I don't know if I'm actually. I signed something saying I wasn't supposed to talk about it, but the
NDA,
audition
yeah.
script was so trash. Oh
I
my
knew
god,
it.
it was like,
Oh my god!
like
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
It made my audition look terrible because I was reading the script and it just felt like George Lucas lines trying to speak
Oh
like
my
no one would
god.
talk like that. He was
Oh, wow.
like he was talking about a friend, and he's like, you know what we call him back at school? Captain Safety. And I'm like,
What?
Huh?
because he was talking about his friend Matt or whatever, and he was talking to like this girl, and that was the line. And there was a whole bunch of lines that just didn't make. No one would talk like that. It just felt. Here's another line. How many acres does your grandma have?
Huh?
It's just no one would ask
Is
because
that a
they're.
joke?
It doesn't. It
You're
was
killing me.
the.
What is?
Wow. This I had a feeling the script is whatever they put on CW, it's just cheesy. It's cringy. Super cringy. I
Well,
just can't stand it.
you can probably find that audition script online, because people were talking about it on like YouTube, like speculating who the characters were, because there was two roles. It was one character called Matthew, and I actually one of them was. I mean, I'm pretty sure these are like fake names because it's actually like Jonathan and the other dude, but the other
Yeah.
one was Ethan, and that's the one that I auditioned for because I thought it was funny. How the character is named Ethan. But I can you can probably find that script online, but it just I tried. I took so many takes trying to sound natural, saying those. It's CW. I mean, it just doesn't. The
it's
writing on CW, I think.
it's horrendous.
It's the
Yeah,
problem.
even
It's
like
a big
you can talk
problem.
about the effects not being good, but on a whole nother scale is how the writing just doesn't make any sense, and there's plot holes, and the dialogue is shaky, and they forget plot points from other episodes. It's just nothing there. If the because HBO would have quality writing and quality effects, and
A
CW
high
is on
budget.
budget
Yeah.
and is on
Yeah.
low budget in both of those areas. So, like, I could literally write a better Superman script than what these guys come up with for the CW.
It's sad. That is so sad.
It's
That
like
these are paid writers who couldn't do better than like average fans who could think of something better,
Wow.
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I can't
I don't
believe you auditioned though, man.
yeah.
I saw it online and it said they were looking for like high school age, like kids for the Superman show, and I'm like, crap, I want to be on a Superman show, but it just started. The whole audition thing was you had to submit it online because the whole point was they wanted people who weren't like who hadn't acted before.
Yeah.
Um, so it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm glad that I'm not on there. They might have been for the best. I don't think I want to be a part of that whole thing.
Yeah, they already got enough problems as it is. I mean, especially with the Batwoman, that just
Oh yeah. I didn't even watch that show, but I
me
heard it wasn't
neither.
very good.
It was yeah, it was. It's not good. That's what I heard too.
I don't watch Supergirl because that is trash.
I
I tried
tried.
to,
I
but I
literally
kind of
tried. I
died.
watched like the first two seasons, and it it's not good. I mean,
It's horrible.
Like this is the problem they have with Supergirl. With them, I know what they're trying to do with the whole, female empowerment, which I'm not against. But it's like you don't have to have your characters reference or say this shit all the fucking
every
time, dude.
episode
Every
reminding.
episode, all you have to do is have them do this shit by action, like doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
instead
you
of
don't
just
even need to mention it.
saying
You
it.
could just having a character like that already is saying something. If you instead of like in movies they talk about how show don't tell is better. So if you
Yeah.
show that she's a powerful female character, that does a lot more than reminding us every episode, right?
Yeah, that shit got annoying.
They constantly have to like overcompensate for the
And I
character.
feel
Just
bad
like
for the actress because I think she could do better if the script wasn't so garbage.
yeah,
Seriously.
it's just like like she's actually pretty good. Like she's not the problem. It's just you're right. It's the script. It's terrible. It's juvenile. It's like written by a high school. It's written by like a high schooler. You're just like, what is this? Just like, oh.
I mean, I did watch a couple more episodes of Supergirl when Lex Luthor came
Yeah.
on in season 4, and those episodes he actually did really good. But when he came
Yeah, he
back for
did.
Crisis, he kind of felt cheesier than those couple episodes. Like
They did that shit for fan service. They really did.
his
They kind
Lex
of pissed me
Luthor
off
was
too.
actually like he had this whole plot where he was like deceiving, like he like poisoned himself on purpose, and there was like a whole like plan he had, and he was like manipulative at like every turn, and the acting was just great. And then on Crisis he was like, I'm gonna have Superman kill Superman, and and then he replaces himself. He murders Brandon Routh to put him in his shoes, and then he's
So
like,
dumb.
what do we do now? And I'm like, really?
It's like,
Yeah,
why did you kill Brandon Routh?
Yeah, if you weren't gonna be
What's
any
the
help, why are
point?
you there?
It's like, why couldn't you
Yeah.
just kill off Batwoman or something, or like Sarah Lance or whatever? Just like that.
Yeah,
Any one of
right.
them.
There's a human though. There's
Batwoman for
another
sure.
human with no powers. Remember the just average guy that they found, and he's like, I don't want to abandon my wife or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Replace.
That was wasn't it like the Atom or something? Was
I
he
think
the
he's
Atom?
supposed to be an Atom in the future or whatever.
Yeah, like Ryan Choi or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, so retarded.
I mean, I guess it makes sense for Lex to want to kill Superman, but from a logic standpoint, you'd want him on your side, right? He's the most powerful one there's ever been on screen. You know, you standing there instead of him to save the multiverse just weakens your team
awesome.
by like so much.
It really did. And like with me, I thought the Kingdom Come Superman was like a big part of the team, because you've seen the comic books and he's part of the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why not do it with the event? You know, like he was the only strongest person there. Like literally the only one who was the strongest
And
in
they
the
threw
whole
him
group.
against a wall, and then he just collapsed and died.
Seriously.
That's like that's like an injustice to like Christopher Reeve's legacy too, because that's his character, and they just made an embarrassment of him, right?
Bro, they did.
Ugh.
They did.
This is garbage.
And you know what? So apparently with the DCFandome, you know, the trailers and all that.
Yeah.
And you know about this, David. I told you about this before, that so far with 2 of their trailers, or more than 2, they keep playing the same music theme.
Oh, the John Williams?
The John Williams thing over and over and over again. And I'm like, okay, where are you guys going with this? You know what I'm saying?
His music.
This tells
like,
me something.
He's the only Superman to use that score. Like,
the only
all the
one.
other Supermans have a different theme.
Seriously, I'm like, okay, so this is telling me something. So hopefully I won't be disappointed, you know. Hopefully, I mean, if you're using the theme, that's telling me something.
Yeah. I think Henry Cavill fans are going to be very happy. Because
they are.
Because I think they're going to announce Man of Steel 2 at DCFandome.
Or maybe as a part of like, because I know The Rock wanted him in like a Black Adam movie.
That would be badass.
Like,
that would be
because
weird.
that would be a cool fight though. The Rock
Seriously.
as Black Adam versus, I mean, Henry Cavill Superman is pretty. I mean, he's not Routh powerful, but he still looks the part, and he has, you know, gone through like buildings and stuff. So that'd be a really cool fight. And
to be fair, like we haven't really seen Cavill's like power levels yet, because all we've seen is the General Zod fight and the Doomsday fight, which was like not as epic.
Yeah,
I mean, the Zod
I feel like
fight
I feel like they kind of rushed with the Doomsday. I thought that, you know, they were gonna like lead up to it for like, you know, years to come, but yeah.
But Doomsday's still alive though. Somewhere. Not this Doomsday that we saw on BBS, like, because I know Zack Snyder, he mentioned like, you know, that there's a Doomsday on Krypton, but we haven't seen it yet.
Do you guys
Two
remember the
Doomsday?
Krypton show that got 2 seasons?
Oh yeah, I watched a
Oh
little bit of it.
yeah, I never even watched it. Was it good?
I didn't watch it. I just remember I kept seeing the same ad where it was just showing Zod, Brainiac, and Doomsday like turning around.
Yeah.
But what's the point of? And it was like in black and white, and it was like Witness Krypton season 2, and then it got canceled after that. But what's the? I don't know. They're throwing in all those Superman villains, but there's no Superman. It's like
Yeah. I think that's
it's
why it
like
got canceled.
Venom without Spider-Man.
That's true. That's true.
It's. Do you think like that Supergirl is gonna be in like Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill?
I think they're hinting
Yeah, they're
something
kinda
about with like
hinting
a second pod or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah. Man of Steel. We saw like an open pod at that film at the scout ship, and I think everybody's like, "Oh, is that Supergirl?" I'm just like, it might be, because that was like that landed like thousands of years ago.
Thousands of years ago.
Yeah,
Damn.
because
Like,
I think because I don't think Supergirl ages like the Kryptonians. I don't think they age.
yeah,
not
they
as like
no, what were you saying?
no, like they age slower or something like that, but they don't
Yeah,
age.
they
Like,
age slower.
Oh yeah, because it's weird though because it's only been like okay, I think Superman Returns took place like it was 5 years after the '80s one. So him in 2019, I don't think he should have that gray hair. You know. Like in the concept art, he had jet black hair for they released like a bunch of concepts from Crisis, and in the art, Brandon Routh, he had really dark hair, just like in Returns. But the effects people, they put the big gray streaks. But I don't think he should be that old. Like,
that's true.
Well,
But
well,
it
I mean,
looks cool.
well, in Kingdom Come, he had gray hair, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
they
well,
were
they
trying
did
to
make
go
it
for that
Kingdom
look.
Come inspired. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
had that
Okay.
look.
And what's really weird though is I was looking at the Crisis concept art, and for the old Bruce Wayne, there's a blurred. It's Michael Keaton's face, but it's blurred, and because they released a book that had some tie-in comics to the Crisis show, but also some concept art. So the old Bruce Wayne was actually supposed to be Michael Keaton, and I'm so glad they didn't waste him because the way that they killed off Kevin Conroy, if they did that to Michael Keaton,
that'd be terrible.
I know he just like went on a rant about how he's so cool and Superman was a threat, and then like Batgirl just kicked him and he fell over and died. They did that to Ralph Superman where they just threw him against the wall and he died, and then they did that for Kevin Conroy too, where they just hit him and he fell in the electricity thing and he just died.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, it's like, why would you do that to like one of the best
Writing,
Batmans?
man. The writing.
It's Kevin
I'm telling you.
Conroy.
Exactly.
He's supposed to be. Kevin Conroy was like, because he did the voice for like the Arkham and the animated series, and I was excited for him to be a live action Batman, and he just fell over and died. I don't know.
And they made him like a villain too. It's like, okay,
yeah,
it's like, why would you do that? Again, it's the CW just disrespecting like the legacy characters. I don't get it.
Yeah, they disrespected Chris Reeves.
I mean, they brought back the Reeve character, yet y'all didn't have that much. That didn't give him that much time. They didn't really give him the amount of time he needed to like, show off all of his skills. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that.
Yeah, he just had a crappy fight where he they just flew around for half of it. It wasn't even a fight. Yeah. They were just flying.
Yeah.
Budget reasons.
Yeah,
exactly. But
another thing with Crisis and budget reasons is the ending fight. Like the last 2 episodes were so, like, the whole teddy bear thing and the fight where they had to shrink.
Oh yeah, that's so stupid.
What the reason why that was so low quality is they were supposed to have a lot more. They were supposed to have a lot more cameos and a better fight, but they traded all that for the Ezra Miller cameo because it cost that much.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what the writer said. He said there would have been more of like Tom Welling and more cameos from other DC stuff, but they traded all that for an Ezra Miller scene, and everything else was like
That's
lacked
actually their
because of it.
fault. That's
That's
still their
crazy.
fault. They should have had more money.
Fucking Ezra
Like,
Miller.
They should have.
for real.
But
If
in a
they did
way, like,
another Crisis, I'd want it to be on HBO and not on CW again, because I don't want to be let
Yeah,
down the same way. Because
that's true.
I know what they were trying to go for, but they just didn't have the resources. It was like watching like a fan film.
a
Yeah,
cool
fan
fan film,
service.
but yeah, it's a pretty cool fan film, but it wasn't like the big event. It's not gonna be Avengers Endgame. Put it that
I
way.
wanted it to be that though, because what I
Yeah,
imagined is I imagined Tom Welling standing next to Brandon Routh, standing next to Tyler, and they're all like, and then the Anti Monitor got his army, and there's like because when I heard Lucifer was going to be in it, I expected him to be like on the battleground because his whole character is he's bulletproof and he can fly and everything, and he can throw things, so you'd expect him to be helping, and instead he had a 2-minute scene too where he just was there.
And then
And I
disappeared.
wanted it to be an endgame type thing for DC where it's like the final battle. It's like all the heroes in the crossover versus Anti Monitor and his enemies, and it just wasn't that
yeah.
for budget reasons.
Well, hopefully, like that's what I'm saying. Like with the Flash, this is like a cool opportunity since he's traveling through the Speed Force. You can have like show clips of multiple Batmans. You could show Brandon Routh. You could show Christian Bale. You can show Tom Welling. Like since it's all part of the multiverse, like you can do that now, just like
Oh
within like 5 minutes.
yeah, I mean they can always try again to have more crossovers, but for the crossover scene with Ezra Miller and what's the guy's name, Grant Gustin,
Yeah,
that was the only scene in the Crisis that was shot in film aspect ratio, like with
yeah,
the black border. So people were thinking that that would actually be a scene they'd put in the Flash movie when he's traveling through and he just runs into him, because
that'd be pretty cool.
it's in a movie aspect ratio, while none of the other scenes in Crisis are.
Yeah, it looked like it was a film
Yeah,
aspect.
that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing if they actually did that. Like at least like acknowledge there's another Flash out there in the multiverse. Because
Yeah,
you're doing that. You're
because
doing that with Batman.
yeah, because it'd be weird if it was a one-way street where only big characters come to the CW, but nothing out of there ever comes to the DCEU, and maybe that's a good thing because I don't really want to see that Supergirl like in any of the Zack Snyder movies. But
Oh
maybe
yeah.
just a little clip of the CW Flash, just that little
Yeah,
2-minute scene, just to show that it's there.
yeah,
It's all connected.
true.
All
and
connected.
I want to see Zack Snyder's Supergirl. I want to see what he does with that character or someone else.
Yeah, I want to see how that's gonna go. I mean, you never know. It might just go with like a Power Girl or something. Any type
That'd be
of.
pretty cool. like you actually like tease like a Supergirl, like maybe like in a Man of Steel sequel, like during the end credits or something. That'd be pretty cool. And you could have like, but that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Hopefully they do something cool like that. Because I think Supergirl is a cool character if done correctly. Not
Not
the
CW.
CW. No,
Not CW.
like I don't want to see that ever again. Like no, like Supergirl is a cool character. You just need the right writers and the right mindset, and don't fucking go all woman power. I get it, I respect it, but just tone
Oh
it
my
down a
god,
bit.
so much. Just show the action, please. Show the
Yes,
action.
because Supergirl is technically more powerful than Superman in the comics.
Yeah, and you can show that off without having to like talk about it all the time. Like
Yeah.
It's just annoying. It's just
well, because
lame.
it's supposed to be like because she was older when she was on Krypton, it makes her more powerful, but
Yeah.
still she's inexperienced in the Supergirl show compared to Superman, who's been there for 10 years on Earth. So you'd think he'd win there
It has
just
more
'cause-
like of the sun.
And
Like,
plus, he thought that he was fighting Zod, so you'd expect him to put all of his effort, and that was his best effort, and he got slapped up by someone who's only a superhero for like a year. That's just so embarrassing. I mean,
It really is.
That's true. Well, we're closing in on an hour. Well, we've done this for an hour and 15 now. That's pretty cool. Maybe we can chat in a minute. So, before we head out, like, what are your what are your expectations on DC fandom? What do you hope they get announced? Like, what is it that you want? I want this, and I want that.
For announcements, I mean, I'm just crossing my fingers. I don't think it'll come Saturday, but for the second one, just something about the Routh show.
Yeah.
And for what they'll show, I really hope the trailers aren't like, because the last Batman teaser where it was just him just like walking up, I want to see like a lot more in the teasers. More of him actually in the suit. And there's also the game announcement, so it'd be cool to see more of that and not just them talking about it. Because the schedule had a lot of panels on it, so I'm hoping it'll be less talk and more show. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay?
Same thing. Yeah, same thing. More about, like, I mean, come on, using the music theme. So, like, at least something about, Route Superman and I mean some news about it or some, and with the whole Batman thing going on with Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson, which, they're same films, right? Yeah, the films. Yeah, like what Ethan said, more show, you know what I'm saying? Not just talk, but more show.
Oh yeah.
That's the money.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah, because there's two on the schedule that says to be announced an Untitled project. So, I'm crossing my fingers that those are going to be, good projects and not some like spin off on some random DC character that, no one's been asking for.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not Plastic Man. Just like, what? Like, no, thank you.
Man.
Take that shit back, please. I think one of the two projects, I think the obvious one is probably Superman, for Henry Cavill Superman. I think,
to be.
Yeah. And the other one, I don't know.
Maybe the Batman. I mean, he's already in the Flash movie, so I think they'd talk more about his role in that before they'd talk about a spin-off show. But again, you never know.
Yeah, they're already doing Catwoman and Gotham, so
that's true.
Like, the movie ain't even came out yet, and they're already doing the spinoff.
Yeah.
Like, has anybody noticed that? Like,
they have a lot of faith.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, let's watch the movie before y'all get to jumping to conclusions and do a Catwoman and a Gotham spinoff. Jesus.
Yeah, because they don't even know if we like his vision or not. So putting that much more content.
Like, we haven't seen anything.
Yeah. We saw Batman walking up in a blurry camera angle with a red light on him. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like, cool, but I was like, okay, I want to see a little bit more. Thank you. Just like, ugh. But would it be like, how crazy would it be if like the second project is like Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton? That should be crazy.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I was just like, that should be crazy. Just like, oh. But yeah, I actually want to see Michael Keaton, like, confirmed. Like, I want an actual confirmation, like, he's gonna be Batman in the '89. Obviously, we're gonna see more Snyder cut footage. Hopefully Man of Steel 2 announcement, and hopefully we get to see like Henry Cavill be announced in a Black Adam movie and Shazam 2, because he has to be in those.
Oh yeah.
And Aquaman and stuff like that, the title and stuff like that. Obviously, more Batman footage from Robert Pattinson, and yeah, I just hope it's a cool event.
Yeah, because they've been hyping it up so much to be this big thing, and so if it's just small announcements,
man, they better live up to their expectations.
They created a whole 3D, like, you know how it's not even like clicking on different panels on a website. You use WASD and a mouse to look around in a it was made with Unity, the Fandome. Like you're supposed to be walking around it as like a character, like because they've got like profiles and everything. So they wouldn't put that much effort into something where it's just panels of the CW shows.
Seriously.
Just like, okay, that's cool, but
Yeah,
that's
good.
it.
Yeah, that's it. All right, bye.
Like, you gotta bring some more than that. It's like, come on now. Ugh.
Yeah, man. I'm serious, man. They better live up. They better.
I
They
think
better
they
keep
will.
their promise, dude. Seriously, they better keep. I know the Zack Snyder, cut gonna be at the thing, but
Yeah, his Zack Snyder
man,
panel. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
with the other stuff though, they better be up on their ass,
And like I hate to
man.
be like an annoying fan, like saying wow, 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 we want more stuff, but seeing what they gave Marvel fans, I mean, it's been quiet for so
Exactly.
long. It's like I don't feel that bad asking for more.
Like, okay,
Exactly.
yeah, because like Marvel's like quiet now, and they don't really. I mean, all their stuff is like put on hold,
Yeah,
and it's like
because they're
DC.
still planning a lot of that, and
Yeah,
DC's been
And I
so
feel like they're gonna
quiet.
counter it for some
Yeah,
reason. I feel like they have a
it's
plan up their sleeve. They'll be like, oh, we got this. Just
yeah for them to be that quiet for so long. I want to see what they've been planning.
but I think they're gonna deliver. I think they're gonna because they have a lot of stuff they want to announce, and it's funny because everything like keeps leaking before the actual event. It's like Ben Affleck's gonna announce we got a new Batman logo. It's like it's like okay, it's like do you have
Yeah,
anything
and
to
like
say?
and like DC fans have already been so mad about previous movies. I don't think they'd make this event and then have it be bad and then risk their fans being even more mad at them, right?
for
That's
real,
just
because they
them.
lose. They're gonna lose money. They're gonna lose money. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah, because DC fans have been like burned and upset because they keep changing everything,
Yeah,
especially
like
like it's just like oh, like
And
stop.
all they gotta
back
do is give the fans what they want.
because
Like
back
Yeah,
in
that's
the
all
day,
you gotta
people
do.
when people would talk about what's better, Marvel or DC, it was an even playing field. But when there's Endgame versus Justice League, it's like it's so
Oh, you
hard.
see the
It's
competition. Yeah.
it's so hard saying that you like DC better because everyone it's just Marvel became the mainstream and that might change if
I'm not
they
gonna lie. When I saw Justice League, I took a break from DC. Like, I'm so sorry I had to say this, guys, but I took a break. And I was
I
like,
was
let me
hurt.
go over to Marvel.
Uh,
Seriously, I was like, I'm gonna just not focus on DC. I'm gonna go over here, look at some Thanos, some Captain America, and them people dying and coming back to life, blah blah blah.
with
Literally,
a
that's
high budget
yeah,
and
yeah,
with a
a
high
real
budget.
villain and good writing.
yeah, because like DC, like
Seriously.
they had like no confidence in their properties. It's like they had no confidence in Zack Snyder. They had no confidence in Man of Steel or BVS. I'm just like,
And it's that Jeff Johns guy because they didn't even greenlight Joker until as soon as that guy was like replaced with Jim Lee, Joker was like immediately greenlit because before they
Wow.
were just so worried about their projects not doing well that they wouldn't let them make any good projects. And now that AT&T is in charge, they're just like, go ahead.
do what you want.
Do what you
Because
want.
yeah, because like before the Snyder Cut was announced, there was like no excitement for DC. It's like okay, movies are coming out, that's cool. But then the
Yeah,
Snyder
we
Cut was
thought they were
announced.
just gonna keep rebooting it, and it's
Yeah,
like, okay, they're just gonna pretend like that whole thing never happened and make another Batman, and Wonder Woman's gonna have its own kind of reboot thing, and like we thought that the whole point of the Flash was to reboot the DC universe with a different cast when he
yeah,
came back
uh,
because they just thought it was the whole thing was a failure, but I think it's definitely turned around.
yeah. Because now they actually are listening to their fans. Because now it's like, no, 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 we want this. We want Ben Affleck back as Batman. We want Henry Cavill. We want Jason Momoa. We want this whole Justice League that Zack Snyder set up. We want this shit to continue.
And they
And now
want it
look,
too. Jason Momoa
yeah,
wants it. Ben Affleck has been talking about it before it even got announced. He was saying he wanted it to come out.
HBO Max wants it, AT&T wants it, but Warner Brothers, they didn't want it. They wanted to move on. Like Warner Brothers, they didn't
But
want
they
Henry
can't.
Cavill to come back. Yeah.
They can't move on. They got to look at the problems that they have made in the past in order to focus to the future. Literally, that's what's going to help me. Like literally,
Because AT&T, like I don't know if you've been on Twitter, but AT&T, like they actually like respond with the fans. Like they have fun with the fans.
Yeah, like they'll retweet and even
Yeah.
like posts where they'll be like, I think, yeah, they'll be posts like speculating about possible HBO Max shows, and they'll just retweet it.
They actually listen to their fans. They actually like hanging out with their fans, like retweeting their
AT&T
stuff.
actually responds to their fans. Wow, let me send the tweets. Shit.
Yeah,
Man.
just tag him and say something, like, I wonder if Brandon Routh's gonna ever put on the cape again, and just see what
You know
happens.
what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
So like one thing at a time. It's like, why not? Sure.
Yeah, why not?
And then you have
We
Warner
have
Brothers,
money. We've got HBO.
and you need content, so fuck it, why not?
Yeah, why
Everybody
not?
loves Superman, and you have fucking Warner Brothers like, not responding with their fans, hating everything the fans do, which we actually support
Calling
you, Warner
us-
Brothers.
Calling us entitled for wanting
Yeah,
actual good movies. like the Warner Bros. Producers and executives would like shut people down on Twitter
they hate their
and not.
They hate their fans, but they love
It's like
them.
they didn't want to be part of Warner Bros. I don't get it.
Yeah, because they had no idea what the fuck they were doing in the first place.
They didn't even do their research.
Yeah, they don't want Henry Cavill as Superman. AT&T, HBO Max, Warner Media, they want Henry Cavill. They want Ben Affleck. But Warner Brothers like, no, we want to move on from that. It's like, why? That's what the fans want. Look how much excitement there is for the Snyder Cut. Look how much excitement there is for DC
So
Fandome.
much.
It's
So
just
much.
like before the Snyder Cut, you had no excitement whatsoever. You just like, okay, well, and now it's just like boom. You should be fucking thanking us, Warner Brothers. We're giving you money. Just
Yeah,
like
we're the
fucking
ones
idiots.
paying them.
Yeah.
We didn't have to give them money.
Yeah, and that's why you had the whole AT&T like come over and take over, and just like, Warner Brothers, the fuck are y'all doing? Why are you making your fans unhappy? It's like, give me this shit. I got this. So let me take care of this. And that's what they did. And now look, the fucking DC is just like, I've never seen more hype for DC in the past
Oh
year.
my god, dude, that's true. Like, this is like the most hype I've ever seen.
All this hype
For
from
real,
Marvel.
man.
It's like
Yeah, since Marvel, but this one might be. I'm telling you, this one might be different, man. Like, it's about to be big.
Yeah, because Marvel would put out at some points like 2 or 3 movies a year, but with all these rumors, they could be putting out the same level, if not more, with their TV shows as far as how much. Because there's just so many ideas and so many rumors, and there's so much on that panel though. Because there's the Batman movies, the Suicide Squad movie, there's HBO Max shows, there's the the Suicide Squad. No, I said Justice League, and there could be the Ayer cut too.
Oh yeah,
and there could be
yeah.
there could be there's Black Adam, Shazam 2, another Superman movie, another Batman project. There's just it could be even way more,
I still can't believe The Rock actually got that role, man. Like, I'm still like, dude, this man actually gets to play a freaking superhero.
like Black Adam.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm like, man,
He's been trying for
that.
so long though. He's been trying to get that movie made for like 10 years. And
really?
It's fun. Yeah.
Since like 2014 or something like that.
Warner Bros. They need to
And guess what? And they haven't even been letting them. He hasn't been getting anywhere until AT&T stepped in, right?
Yeah.
Now the movie's confirmed. And I'm just thinking, like,
are you serious? It took him 10 years until AT&T made the go.
It's just because again, it's Warner Brothers. They just like they have no idea what they're doing. That's like,
Do you want me to go up there? Should I go up there? Like literally, should I go up there and just fire people like myself, man?
like,
Something.
like honestly, I think you two would do a better job at running Warner Brothers. Like I honestly believe that because you have fucking morons who are like you two. Like honestly, like you two would do a better job at running Warner Brothers. I guarantee.
Seriously.
Like I'm not even
because
joking.
I can tell when a project isn't going to be good because I don't have excitement in it. Like people keep talking about like a Zatanna movie, but that just doesn't, that doesn't really interest me. And I mean, you can make that a show, and if people like the character, like, I as an executive would keep funding it, but I mean, I'd still allow if there's this whole, I don't know, why would you shut down good ideas and executives keep like tampering with the movies too, like Suicide Squad was supposed to have like 30 more minutes of like Joker backstory where like Batman like breaks his teeth and that's how he gets the gold grills.
Yeah.
And all of that they just cut because that's the reason why Batman vs Superman, they thought, oh, no one's gonna see a 3-hour long superhero movie, so they cut out all the plot, and that's why the Ultimate Edition is better than the theatrical. But then with Endgame, people went to see a 3-hour long superhero movie. So
see, that's another thing too. Even this stuff happened even back in the day when Reeves Superman and Keaton Batman came out. They intervened. Warner Brothers intervened in both the movies by getting rid of the directors who was doing well. Richard Donner and Tim Burton.
Like Richard Donner, who actually cared about the Superman, they took him out and they put in a different director that made the movie all. Yeah, that's like the same exact thing with Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon. They took out someone who actually was caring about the project, and they just made it all goofy.
Exactly.
And they did the same thing with Burton and Schumacher. Like Batman.
Batman. After Batman Returns, they just fired him.
And they put in Joe Schumacher. Like it was too dark. And Joe Schumacher actually he did a darker version of Batman Forever. And the studio's like, no, this is too dark.
That's why, Val Kilmer is going to be at Fandome, so people are thinking there's going to be a Schumacher cut of Batman Forever too, as another possible.
I forgot.
Because
it might happen.
I just saw a deleted scene just got leaked of an alternate intro for it. So why would that come out right before DC Fandome? Why would he be on the roster?
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
There's just so many good projects that I just think they're just gonna keep coming, And
did you hear about Henry Cavill actually pitching to Warner Brothers about a Man of Steel sequel, and they rejected him?
Oh wait,
similarly though, Michael B. Jordan pitched a spinoff where he played an alternate universe Superman, Calvin Ellis.
Yeah,
and they shut that down.
Yeah.
So I think, and because he had this whole argument too about how people can't complain that they're changing the race of the character if it's a whole different character. It's not Clark Kent, it's Calvin Ellis, and they're like, too risky, goodbye. Yeah. And they sent Michael B. Jordan out. So if anyone's gonna pick up on that, it's gonna be AT&T now. The same way with Brandon Routh.
Warner Brothers dumbasses.
Yeah, because Christopher McQuarrie, he was the director of Mission Impossible. He went in with Henry Cavill to a meeting to pitch a Superman sequel, and he was going to actually introduce Green Lantern in the Superman film. And Warner Brothers like,
are you kidding?
Yeah, Warner Brothers like, no, we don't want it. And then a fan asks Christopher McQuarrie on Twitter. He's like, hey, what happened with that Superman meeting? And I think he just said
it was so funny. Yeah, it was like a one sentence. It was like a one sentence. Like they didn't like it.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, man, that's horrible. That is
Fucking
so
stupid.
horrible, dude.
Yeah, and now you know why AT&T is like,
I
yeah,
see
we're gonna
why.
stop.
I was wondering. I was like, wait a minute, what's AT&T doing here? And then when I noticed when they was in the picture, I started seeing more stuff about Zack Snyder happening and the Aquaman 2, all the good movies coming out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. What the fans needed. You know?
It's just like, just the old regime are fucking stupid. It's just
Seriously.
why would you turn that down? Like, you're gonna introduce Green Lantern to Superman film, and you're like, nah, don't like it. Sorry.
And then with The Rock, it took this man 10 years.
And The Rock was trying to get Henry back too, and he was
Yeah.
fighting for it. And they're like, "No, we're not going to put him in the movie because we're going to reboot him." And now AT&T came in. And it's like, hold on, you're rebooting Superman again after we already have an actor who is,
Yeah.
and they've got so many because Routh wanted to come back, and then I don't know, there might have been studio stuff there too, where because he said in a Crisis interview that he was like, I've always wanted to come back. I gave up hope that I'd ever be Superman again. He was like 24 or something, and he was so enthusiastic about. He thought he was going to be the next Chris Reeve, and they just shut him down.
They dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said in the podcast with that dude that played Lex from Smallville. I remember that one.
Yeah.
It was just
Sad.
They were going to try to do that to Henry too, because he was a Superman that still has potential and wants to do more, and they were just going to just try again.
And you
I
know,
don't get
my
it.
mom, she knows Henry Cavill from another movie. It was called Monte Cristo or something like that.
yeah.
And
That's old
you
movie.
remember that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when she saw him in Superman, she was like, "Oh, they got that dude." You know, she actually loved seeing him play Superman. So I'm like, to actually reboot this character when y'all got somebody who has the masculinity, the looks, I mean, the voice, everything. You want to reboot Superman again? Come on, that's not
Just like,
smart.
yeah. And AT&T is like, what? You want to do what? No, we're not doing that. Sorry.
And I heard, yeah, they were trying to like get somebody younger. I'm like, why would you get
Yeah, I
somebody
know.
younger?
They were like, Henry Cavill's too old now. We're gonna get someone younger. He's not even 40 yet. What do you mean he's too old? Why does Superman have to be like? How much younger do you want him to be? Why do you want a Superman that's like looks like a Superboy? Like,
Seriously.
Yeah, I think part of that was like Jeff Johns, because he was like in the mix, like doing all type of shit, and it was just like,
yeah,
I think he
he was
especially with
also part of the whole Justice League thing.
yeah, oh my god, yeah,
Yeah, Ray Fisher was starting to get the truth out about them. Like for real, for real.
Abuse on the set and everything. They locked this one. Do you remember that creepy scene with the Flash like on top of Wonder Woman? That was something that he already did in Age of Ultron, and he apparently, according to people on the set, Joss Whedon locked her in her trailer and wouldn't let her out until she agreed to do that scene. And I don't know how true that is, but I did hear that part of Ray Fisher's whole thing about the abuse on set. So
hell no,
that wouldn't be too hard to believe.
I'm stopping the shit out of his ass. I don't give a fuck.
And I think he was, one of the reasons why Matt Reeves, like the Batman project, took so long, because I think Matt Reeves, like I said earlier, he wants to do a rated R Batman. I think it's to be rated R, and Jeff Johns was just like, no, we're not doing a rated R Batman. And Matt Reeves was like, okay, cool, well then I'm out. I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I think that's why he came back and was given like creative control. It's like, okay, Matt Reeves, do what you want to do. So thank God Jeff Johns is fucking out of there.
Thank the Lord. God, man. And hopefully Warner Brothers learn their fucking lesson to stop intervening in the director's vision in the movies, because their shitty vision does not work. Seriously,
they have no vision.
That's all there is to it. They have no vision, okay? It won't work. It won't work.
Why would you, as a boring executive of a company, want to tamper with a creative vision when you're not the writers? and you don't have any good ideas because you're not in that. If they wanted to be on the creative side, they wouldn't be executives of the company. Why do they intervene so much?
Take Sony for example. You see what they did with Spider-Man. Happened twice and ruined both of their franchises.
I feel bad for Andrew Garfield because I went back the other day and I watched those movies, and it was another thing where he cared a lot about the character and it was his dream to play Spider-Man, and he wasn't the problem, just like how Brandon Routh wasn't the problem of Superman Returns. They just got stuck in a project where it didn't work out for them, and they kind of took some of the fall.
Seriously.
At least Brandon Routh got redemption though.
Not he
so
just needs his own series now, because I mean he's still alive. Like, holy shit, you know.
And I think it's gonna happen. Like maybe it's not gonna be announced at DCFandome, but I think it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, it probably won't be announced, but like it's gonna like happen, you know, at a given time.
But I think it's gonna be cool. Either way, I think like everything is like resting on the Snyder Cut. Everybody's like waiting to see how it's perceived, if it's gonna do well, if people like it. Which I think I think it's gonna be divisive either way, because I think people who hate Zack Snyder, they're gonna hate it no matter what, and people who love Zack Snyder, they're gonna love it no matter what. So it's just like, so you gotta have both sides of the fandom just be like, oh, this is shit, no, this is awesome. So it's gonna be like, whatever. I just hope people just like it.
How long will did they say how long will the first one be? I forgot.
What, Justice League?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like, it was like 214 minutes, which is way more than like 2 hours even. That's like almost 3.5 hours. Yeah. And so he said it could even be longer than that though, because in an interview on Zoom. So it could be split up into a couple episodes, or it could be one long movie.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I prefer though. Because that's a long movie, but also people binge shows anyway. It's weird. People won't want to watch a 3-hour-long movie, but they can binge 10 hours worth of shows in one sitting. So it's like,
well, I think he might break it up into like parts. I think it's gonna be like a mini series. So I think he might like weekly.
If it is gonna be 3.5 hours long for like one part, I would just get my popcorn, get a cup of coffee, and call it a day. That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
Seriously, like if I want to stay up and watch the whole thing, not go to sleep, just get you a cup of coffee and you're good.
You know, Batman versus Superman was supposed to be 2 movies too. One part was called like Enter the Night, and the second one was called Dawn of Justice. And
really?
So but I'm guessing there was some intervening there. I mean, Justice League 2017 was also supposed to be a part 1 because Steppenwolf was supposed to be the first part, and then Darkseid was supposed to be the second. So that's probably what's going to be the case for this one too. But again, that's probably studio interference that they kept shortening Batman versus Superman from 2 movies to 1 movie, then took the 3-hour-long 1 movie to 2 hours and a half.
Well, you know, there's a 3-hour cut of Man of Steel, right?
Oh, yeah. There's supposed to be an extended Man of Steel thing coming out too.
Yeah,
there's a
3-hour cut of Man of Steel, and there's a 4-hour cut of Batman v Superman.
Wow! So I
gotta get a cup of
the whole other movie, basically.
2 cups of coffee right there, man. The 4 hours, 2 cups.
So I'm thinking, like, why not just, like, you know, in release of the Snyder Cut, why not just release the 3-hour cut of Man of Steel along with the 4-hour cut of Batman v Superman? Leading up to Justice League.
It would seem smart to do that. You know what I'm saying? It would.
I would do it. Like, I would fucking buy that shit. Like, you kidding me?
Oh, just yeah. Did I tell you? I actually got the Superman the movie in the mail today.
The old one?
Yeah. I got the old one, dude. I was like ordering it like last month. No, 2 months ago. I ordered from June. It was supposed to come in July, and it comes in August. I'm like, dude, let me just get my money back. And it comes today. So I was like, oh, I got my money back and I got the movie. Oh well.
That's a win-win.
For real, like it's a win-win, man. Dude.
Well, I think, and I also know the Snyder cut. I think it's gonna be like 214. I think that was like the original one, but I think it's gonna be the 5 hour one. I think it's gonna be the 5 hour cut of Justice League. Because remember, Zack Snyder, he shot 3 versions of Justice League. He shot. There's the one that we saw in 2017, the Justice League, which is trash. He shot the one with his cut, which is like unfiltered, all of his vision, all his vision. And there's another one where Jeff Johns like told him to like put jokes in here, put this scene in there, put this in there, and just like Zack Snyder's like, no, I don't want to put this shit in here. But of course, Jeff Johns, he was like the higher up at the time, so Zack Snyder had no choice but to do it.
Yeah, like the "What's your superpower? I'm rich" thing.
Yeah. I was just like, what the fuck? And I think he had that Aquaman joke where he's like, Arthur Curry, I heard you talk to fish.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That's not in the Snyder cut. That's Jeff Johns told him to put it in there.
Please take that out. Oh god, that's horrible.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder said too that he wouldn't put a single frame that he didn't film, so they're not gonna put anything from the Justice League that like all those reshoots where it all just doesn't look right. None of that's gonna be in there. So
it's gonna be completely his vision. Just Zack Snyder all the way, unfiltered.
Please do it, man.
Because the best parts of those movies are the parts where it's not tampered with.
Yeah. Like the whole fucking face with Henry Cavill and the stupid the kids asking him for like, was it at the beginning of Justice League when the kids go up to him with a podcast or something?
Oh my god!
And ask him stupid questions.
If they can do a deep fake with Christopher Reeve on Brandon Routh and it looks almost perfect, why couldn't they take away his mustache without it making it look like his face is just it's so weird.
Yeah, I don't think they cared. I think it's just like whatever, just do whatever you want. Who cares what it looks like? Because I think they actually felt like, hey, it's Justice League. It's gonna make money either way. I think that was their mentality going in, and obviously it backfired.
So dumb. they made all the wrong calls. That's like
because they wanted to be like Marvel. It was like, okay, well, Marvel has so much success. Let's do what they're doing. I'm just like, no, do what you're doing. Like forget
DC
for real, do it.
For being DC. If they wanted to go to Marvel, they wouldn't go to DC.
Exactly. They're two different companies. Why are you worried about someone else?
That's why they threw in all those jokes too, because they're like, wait a minute. We know why it's not working. We need cheesy jokes. Okay, remake the movie.
It's just like, it's so bad. Just like, oh my god. It's like, ugh. And people actually like that. They actually think it's a better movie than like Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, they thought Justice League was better than Man of Steel?
Yeah. The critics say, like, if you go back and read the critic reviews, they think they actually said it's a step up from what Zack Snyder did.
Why are critics so backwards on like every movie?
Yeah,
critics hated movies that we thought were awesome, and they praised ones that were garbage. Like critics, look, Suicide Squad wasn't the best, but I don't think it should get a lower score than like it was on like a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it wasn't that bad. And like they praised The Last Jedi, and then fans didn't like it. It's like it's like reverse, where if critics like it, the fans like, and then vice versa.
Yeah. It's like this weird thing. It's like I think they're just being like contrarian, just like, this is shit. Like, why are you liking this? This is garbage. They actually think it's better. The fact that you think that Justice League is better than Man of Steel, it's just like, what world are you fucking living in?
They're smoking something.
They're like, what? It's like, Jesus Christ. Like you should just like turn in your badge, get off Twitter.
It's funny reading like really bad calls on movie critics, because I went back to Batman Begins, and one of these movie critics called it a non-starter, which meant they didn't think it was gonna go anywhere.
Wow. Oh wow. Look at what the sequels made. $1 billion in the box office. Wow.
Oh, you
They
mean
just
like
want to be different.
you mean the movie that had the greatest sequel of all time?
For
Yeah.
real.
I looked
Non-star.
for more reviews and he didn't make any more. I mean, yeah, he didn't do any movie reviews after that. I think he realized he was so wrong. It was
But
on Rotten Tomatoes too.
yeah. Oh, my favorite website, Rotten Tomatoes. Ugh, fucking trash website.
Bro, man.
I think the reviews for Man of Steel, like most of the reviews were in comparison of Christopher Reeve. Like that's what it was. Like here's why it's not the Christopher Reeve movie. Like here's why Henry Cavill is not like Christopher Reeve. Like this isn't Christopher Reeve. This is not a remake. This is its own thing. Stop comparing it to something else.
Yeah,
And
it's
Joker
different.
was like that too, where the critics hated it and the fans loved it.
Yeah.
And then the critics will love a movie, and then the fans will be like, "This is garbage."
Yeah, I think the critics were like, the Joker is dangerous. Like it's a dangerous movie. I'm just like, what the fuck are you
Nothing
talking about?
happened.
Exactly.
What are they talking about? What are they on?
They thought that the Joker would like inspire people to like repeat what happened with the Dark Knight Rises
Yeah.
thing, but nothing ever happened from it. It's like
Nothing really
before the
happened.
movie even came out, like the media was reporting on how it would be dangerous when they haven't seen the movie either.
Yeah, they thought it was gonna be like. I think they thought like people were gonna dress up like Joker and just go on a shooting spree, and like I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. She's like, what are you talking about? Stop.
They smoking some.
They actually helped the movie. They actually helped promote the movie even more.
Yeah, like
people were like more curious.
they made the money. Y'all can't say shit now, dude.
Just like people are just I don't know. People are just dumb, and that's why critics don't matter anymore. Just like,
Yeah, they really don't.
But anyway, those are my.
Yeah, remember you were talking about how the stream was getting long at 1 hour, and now it's at 2.
Oh yeah, it's nearly about 2 hours. Oh my god.
We're just going like on and on, just like, oh yeah, remember this? Remember that? Oh yeah, remember this? But no, but it was cool. Like, but I'm gonna end the stream here. But it was cool talking to you guys. And it was like, hopefully,
man.
like, do you want to do it? Like, do you want to do like a stream when DC Fandome hits? Like when it's over, do you want to do like a recap?
Definitely.
We've made our predictions here on Thursday. So
Oh yes,
on,
yes
Sunday,
we have.
We can talk about it.
I want to see what happens, man.
we can because maybe one of us will think it was lived up to the hype, and someone else might not, and thought it was an incredible letdown. So
I'm sure
these are our predictions. We can.
Yeah.
So before we go, recap your predictions one more time, Ethan and Jo. Like real quick.
I mean, we already know a lot of what they're gonna announce. Because there's only a few that are unannounced on the slate, but it's probably gonna be like you said, like a Man of Steel 2, but I'm hoping later on down the road it's a Brandon Routh show for maybe the second one. I think they're gonna one of the movie panels is gonna be Flash. And as far as whether it's gonna live up to its hype, I think they wouldn't put this much money into it if they didn't think it was gonna be spectacular.
Yeah. Real quick, do you think the Flash panel? Do you think we will get a new costume reveal for the Flash?
You know what? It wouldn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know, because I mean, when I was talking about the Crisis scene, he was wearing the same suit, so maybe it's later on in the movie. But
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people complained about the suit. I thought it was okay, but
It's cool. It's
Yeah,
not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I think it will be improved, and I think he will get a new costume in the movie.
Yeah, and it's about what Ethan said. Like with the Batman, Robert Pattinson, they have more show instead of just more talk. With the whole footage and stuff.
yeah, because they can keep hyping up a movie all they want, but until I actually see what it looks like, you're not gonna sell me 100%.
True. So there you go. We'll be back on. Let's see. You want to do it Saturday or Sunday? For recap.
Well, it's supposed to run until like 8 at night
Yeah.
on Saturday, so it'd probably have to be Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday.
we'll do it on Sunday.
So you want to do like Sunday afternoon, 12 or 1 o'clock Eastern time?
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so there you go, people. We'll be back on Sunday, 12 or 1, and we do our whole recap. But yeah, this was fun, guys. Thank you for coming into my stream. It was awesome. Do you want to like plug your Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that?
I'm all right.
Okay. What about you, JL? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So again, thank you for coming, and we'll be back on Sunday for a recap, and it should be interesting. I'm sure one of us will hate it, and I'm sure, hopefully, we all love it. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah,
we will love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, and there you go. The Truth Cast is over. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you next time.
all right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.